auzi. Și ca la predeal! La fulgerică! Se știe! Mama! S'il vous plaît!
This is the house. And I'm gonna take a tour of it for you. So basically the house is in this state, disclaimer, right? Because my great-grandmother died about 5 years ago, and she doesn't live here anymore, obviously, because she used to do everything by herself, all of this. I mean, she would plant stuff in the spring and have the animals, and she would literally do this all by herself until she was like 80-something years old, and she had a heart attack. She got paralyzed by half of her body. My grandmother took care of her, so she wasn't able to take care of the house. And now we just come and visit for like a week over the summer and just stay here and hang out, but it's kind of abandoned and it's sad. But we're rebuilding it back up slowly and slowly. We put in, the well inside, and we're gonna make a shower and like an outdoor bathroom out here. So it's a bit rustic, but it's abandoned to a degree. It's very abandoned. I mean, we had to like, all these grass and stuff was cut down in like 10 years. And then back here is the outdoor kitchen, which you enter through over there. And we'll go there as well. This is the vineyard in the back, and then we also have a vineyard in the front for shade. The outhouse, because we still don't have indoor plumbing out here. That's okay. Usually there's fruits and vegetables here, but nobody lives here full time anymore, so we don't do that. The outhouse. More vineyard, and then back here we keep wood. House is from the back. So this is Casa Mare, which is the big house. Most of it has been unchanged since my great-grandmother died. But obviously this is new. We didn't have that 10 years ago. We added another freezer, because the freezer in this fridge is like this big. This is a summer bed, I guess. And the big house was usually stayed cooler over the summer. This is the middle room. And then, oh, there's a kitten. Oh, hi. Oh my goodness. We have a little kitten now too. Oh my goodness. I know, honey. Okay. I was like, what's hitting my legs? And it's a kitten. It's a kitten. You're so small. But yeah. My great-grandmother and great-grandfather built these two houses, and then they made these. And that's my grandmother, her wedding picture. This is her husband's parents. Cuckoo clock, that doesn't work anymore. And this is my great-grandmother and her husband. He was blind. Look at the kitten. Look at the kitten. Thank you. Little stove, This would be for heat in the summer. I like how I pointed over there, but I mean there. We have this. Again, lots of tapestries, however you want to pronounce it. Big wires. And these rooms we were allowed to stay in. And then this room back here was my great-grandmother and her husband's room, and I was like, as a kid, we were not allowed in here. This was like the fancy room. The light doesn't help much. Again, lots of carpets, tapestries. There used to be this huge doll right here, and we were not allowed to touch it. And as a kid, I would love to like want to play with it, but I wasn't allowed. Closet. More closet. Hello, people. It's hot. So, I've been walking around like this. But yeah, actually, I thought maybe if I go digging through drawers, I'd find stuff, but nothing really. This is like just financial papers and all that. Pictures. I think this is my uncle or my grandfather. This is my great-grandmother, Maria, her husband. I don't know his name, I forgot. I never met him, he died before I was born. And my grandfather, Georgia. It was just more papers. There's my great-grandparents again. There's some Georgia, Manalake. I have to like... I don't know whose kids these are. Let me put that back in there. Da, bunii.
Unde ești?
Aici, filmez.
Ce faci?
Filmez.
Uita prin lumina?
Yeah. And my grandmother, she's come to visit.
Eu sunt bunica Mariei și o iubesc enorm. Și vreau tot ce e mai bun pe lume pentru ea. Mua! Te iubesc! Nu fatul ăsta care ne-a făcut, te rog. Nu! Nu! Nu!
Pleacă de aici.
Pleacă de aici. Nu filma ce nu-i frumos, Maria.
Don't film what's not pretty. That's what the translation for that was. This is the bush, which means pause in Romanian. Hi! Hi!
Bebuș!
Family. Birds. These are for my cousin. This is my uncle. Nu suntem în direct, filmez pentru my uncle. This is the little house. This is warmer in the winter, so we move out of the big house, which is cool in the summer, into the little house. This is the winter kitchen. And this is the bench. This is where we would store the wine and țuică, which is like a Romanian moonshine. And this is wine right here, wine, wine. Wine. Coopers, hey! More wine. And this is a very low ceiling. My short ass can touch it. So, yeah. That's this. Go back up. These palm trees on the walls. But yeah, I would spend my summers here while I was in Romania. Take your shoes off before you enter the house because there's carpets. This is a stove for in the winter. You would cook on this stove and it would heat up the house, and you would cook here. Another bed, a little table, another mirror. Hello, people. Clock. This is my aunt and uncle. Aunt and uncle. all of us at their wedding. Oh no, this is my uncle with his first wedding, so I'm very small there. My uncle with his second wedding and his current wife. She's wonderful. I love her. And my cousin. He's great as well. Like my little brother. I don't know how to do this so you can see the picture. There. My parents and me. Parents and me when I was younger. I don't know who those people are. Mother of Jesus. My grandfather. Me and my great grandmother. Let me turn on the light. Maybe you can see better. Yeah. The Coopers! This is very, it's actually a really nice picture. I like it. And there. My sister and I. They're so small. Yeah. And then these are all obviously made by my great grandmother. Another stove to keep warm in the winter. And this is how tall it is compared to me. My great grandmother made this with her husband. That's them over there. Yeah. You have this TV. Another mirror, because we all love mirrors. You have this couch that puts on into a pull-out bed, and usually this is where the kids stayed, because of the TV, obviously. The light bulb, of course. This is my grandpa. This is how I remember him. That's what he looked like when I was little. My grandparents at their wedding. Grandfather, I think that's like my aunt. There's my mom, my godmother and I, grandfather. More family pictures. And of course a mini montage of me and my sister because, you know, we need all those ugly pictures of us as kids. Just kidding, we're cute. At least my sister was. This was my favorite because it had cats on it. And this is Maria Manolakia. That's my great grandmother who I'm named after. This is my great grandmother. That's how I remember her. There's my mom, my sister, and I. But yeah, some of my old stuffed animals. Because stuff just ends up here, I guess. And back here we used to have chickens and stuff. There's my grandmother again. Hello. This is the summer kitchen, or the outdoor kitchen. I don't know what this is. This just got moved here. This is an old bread oven. We used to make bread in this. Good memories. Storage, I guess. That's the little house that we were just in. More storage in here. Stove. Another stove. Just a random wrench in case you need it, you know, the usual, a door. And again, this is like very low ceiling, I will show you. So like, people were a lot shorter back then, so this is me, and I'm short, so I have to duck to get into this. I would say this is like 2 meters height, but yeah. So that's this, and we actually just put in a well recently. And so now we have water right in our house, but before we had to walk about 15-20 meters to go get water. And I will go show you that as well. And this is for the flour. More storage. My grandmother's smoking up everything. More stuff down there. Wine and everything. We used to keep corn in there, and I would crawl up here and get it for the chickens. This. We go to the well. Spune salut la video.
Salut!
Of course, flowers. Very pretty, very pretty. There used to be raspberries back there, but there's not anymore. Flowers. This guy's cleaning the yard. And we planted these trees when I was about 8, I think, and they were like saplings. They were this big, and now they're like about 11, 12 years old almost, and they're growing pretty well. So this is how far, this is the house, and this is us walking to the well. We dug our own well and put it near the house, so now we have water right inside of our property. But before that, we would walk with buckets here. And right there was very good family friends of ours. My mom grew up with, so it's this guy, his his daughter or granddaughter. Anyways, they were there. And then my mom, they grew up, and then her kids and I grew up out here in the country, climbed trees and stuff, and sand and stuff, I guess. This is the well. So my great-grandmother and grandfather helped build this because they built their house and stuff. This is somebody else's house. Echo! But, yeah. Happy country living. Another neighbor. Fields.